What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the 427 podcast with your hosts, Simon and Tanner. What's going on, Mike?
Nothing much. Just been busy.
Alright, that's good. As you guys may know, it's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks since the last video, which was Among Us video. 3 since the last episode of the podcast. Yeah, I think that's right. Hold on.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, yeah. Alright. So this is kind of make up for that absence. This is going to be a long episode, probably at least an hour and a half. We both got some interesting things to share, to say the least.
Or at least as long as we can run for.
Yeah, as long as there's stuff to talk about.
And also, because I'm normally the busy one, hey Tanner, if you ever need to record an episode, you can do one by yourself sometime. Either that or just pull somebody else on.
What's the point of doing a podcast alone?
I mean, you don't have to do it alone.
Well, who else am I really going to do it with?
Fair enough.
Yeah, doesn't matter. I'll probably just post like a normal, like non-podcast video or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, do you want to start with the show and tell, Simon?
Do you know what? I haven't heard your story yet, so let's hear that first.
Oh, which one?
Any of them.
Any of them?
Whichever one you think the crowd will find the most interesting.
I almost died last week.
I was gonna say, you told me that part, but nothing else about it, so let's hear this.
So, let's, how can I go about this? Okay, this was in a dream, okay?
Okay.
Do you get where I'm going with this? It was in
Yes.
a dream. So, like, in this dream, there is a under construction hotel next to the apartment building I'm in, right?
Okay.
And so, in one night in this dream, I decided to just kind of go explore it, as you do in a dream.
Yeah.
And so, this the way this building was designed, there was like a staircase. There was the main staircase for the entire building.
Okay.
It was so awkwardly designed. Like, and I can only assume it was because it was a hotel. And so, like, imagine like on the first floor, you go up the stairs and it's up against a wall on one side.
Okay.
Then, and that's for the first like set of stairs. Then you reach a midway landing, and then you turn around and go back the other way up again, right?
Okay.
But it was angled on the second setup. It was like at a diagonal away from the first set. And then when you go around again for the next set, there's no wall that it's pressed up against. And so,
Okay.
in the dream, it was dark, right? It was nighttime. On the first set of stairs, I kind of like used the wall as almost like a handrail, kind of like a grab,
Okay.
like a handhold type
Yeah.
thing. But then as I
Yeah.
get to
You
the
used it
second,
to.
yeah, as I get to the
Yeah.
second set, it's dark and it's all bare concrete. So I assume that there is a wall there on the second set. Like the stairs are pressed up
There
against the
isn't.
wall. There was a gap between the stairs and the wall. It was like 4 or 5 feet, and it was like a 30-foot drop to concrete and rebar. 30-foot drop to concrete and rebar. So I'm just going along. and I try to go and lean on the wall, like with my left hand, because it's on my left. I try to go and lean on the wall, and I notice that my hand isn't hitting anything, so I lean a little bit further, and then like as right before I'm about to go and lean even farther, I turn to the left and I see that there's no fucking wall there, and it's just a fucking big hole, and I'm like, holy shit.
So, AKA, you were sticking your hand in midair and would have forced yourself off of it looking for a wall if you were
Yeah,
that dumb.
in the dream. Yeah.
In a dream. In a dream.
Yes, in a dream. Dude, I mean, oh fuck. Like, as soon as I noticed that there wasn't a wall there, like, in the dream, I could, like, my heart just started pounding so fucking fast. I was like, holy shit.
Mm,
And then, eventually, I made my way to the top of the building, right?
okay.
And, so, I have pictures, actually. I can send them in a minute. But, yeah, I get to the top. Yeah, I took pictures in the dream, okay? Jesus Christ. Oh, that's so fucking stupid. Anyway, so I get to the top, and you know, it's.
This isn't Twitch.
Hmm?
So this isn't Twitch.
What do you mean?
We're in Twitch where you have to be like, oh, I'm gonna kill you in a dream, or in
Oh,
a
that's
game.
not what I was doing. I was just saying because,
No, I got what you were doing, but I was making a joke out of it.
alright. Anyway, so, get to the top of the building. You know, it's, down on the ground, there's not very much wind. It's a pretty calm night. But, like, 13, 14 stories up, second tallest building in the area, it's pretty windy. Like, 20-mile-an-hour gusts, I'd say, probably something like that. So
Mm,
I'm standing up there, like, and then there's like a thick ledge. It's like 4 feet thick. So I'm standing as like far inside the ledge as I can, and then a fucking big gust of wind comes, and it pushes me. It doesn't push me toward the ledge, which very glad, but it pushed me back, and I almost fell like 3 feet on the concrete. So
mm.
that's that's my story. Do you have any near-death experiences, Simon?
I I've been shot at before, which I've told you about.
The fuck? No, you haven't.
Yes, I. You don't remember this?
When?
Before I met you. This was about 2 years ago.
Who the fuck was shooting at you?
Good question.
What? It was just a
Listen,
like a fucking random drive-by?
it was a drive-by at the dude I was hanging out with, and I just so happened to be there,
Hmm.
which is always fun.
So you were collateral damage, or would be collateral damage.
Yes, if the dude could actually hit a shot.
Did you just call him out?
I mean, yeah, but he still doesn't know who was there.
Well, he obviously knows at least one person who was there if he was trying to kill him.
Yeah, but Junior's dead.
Oh, well, that's one way to. Yeah, well, he's dead. Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's like, have you seen that fucking clip? It's like the news clip or whatever. The dude's talking about his brother, and he's like, my brother used to come into the house at midnight and steal the TV. And then it cuts to a fucking news anchor, and now he's dead. It's so fucking good. Alright. I sent some pictures.
Yeah, I saw that, and that's pretty interesting for taking those in a dream.
I know, like, how the fuck does that even work?
Man, it looks like it's almost 2 in the morning.
I think in the dream it was about like 12 a.m., midnight.
Mm.
But I mean, it's just like I don't know how. Like I took them in the dream and they just ended up on the phone. So I don't know.
I'm just over here trying to hold my laugh back.
Why? What? You don't believe me?
What, that it was in a dream?
You don't believe me?
I mean, the fact that the last photo has a photo of you.
Well, it was my dream. I mean, it wasn't an out of body experience. Oh yeah, that last photo in the dream, I climbed up on top of an excavator just because I could.
Mm.
If you couldn't tell. Jesus Christ! All right. Oh, there's actually okay. Uh, not really a story, but since we last like really talked, I've started just like all of a sudden well, I guess not really all of a sudden, not for no reason anyway, but like I started just like putting a lot more work into my 3D art. So like I don't know, my modeling is still about roughly the same, but that doesn't really matter. It's my texturing and lighting and rendering that just like had a huge boost in quality over the last few days. I don't know why. But did I show you the finished render of that bike?
Yes, you did.
The black one?
Black? Wasn't it white?
That wasn't a finished render.
Oh, okay, then no, you haven't.
Here, I'll send the finished render. Um, oh, no, come on. Send. Yes, upload. Okay, it's sending. So that is the finished render. If you
No, I'm looking at it.
yeah. See, yeah, that's the finished render.
I love the lights.
The headlight.
It looks amazing.
You see, I tried the way you suggested, but it just didn't look right. So I went with
Yeah,
the way I originally planned to do it.
I like that.
I know it looks fucking sick. It's so fucking cool. The reason I made it, I was gonna have it black, white, like the first one I showed you, but the reason I made it black is because you wouldn't have been able to see the headlight
Mm.
if it was white. But yeah, crazy fucking. For those of you watching, underneath the front fairing here is a turbocharged 600cc turbocharged 600cc parallel twin. So two 300cc cylinders turbocharged. Fucking ridiculous. Just thought I'd get that out there. Anyway, that was a little while ago though. So
Yeah.
recently I started doing like just like exercises like almost every day to just like practice modeling and rendering. So I'm just gonna send a few of those exercises, starting with this one.
I kind of want to get back into modding.
Modding what?
Specifically Halo 2 or 3.
How are you gonna do that?
I need to get a 360 and a laptop.
Hmm. Okay, so that was that pair of glasses is the first practice I did a few days ago. I think the total time for making and rendering that was like 2 hours or something really low like that. What do you think?
Give me one second to take a look at it.
I think it's probably one of my most photorealistic renders yet. So,
Oh, the glasses?
yeah.
I can definitely tell that it's 3D, but it does look really realistic.
Yes. And then,
The- Personally, the
so,
thing that gives away for me is the counter with the lighting.
well, I just kind of wanted it to look cool.
Yeah. I mean, it looks amazing.
So the
And
second
also the
episode
reflection.
is I made a phone.
I mean, they look pretty good.
Yeah. As you can tell, it has a headphone jack.
Yeah, unlike iPhones.
Well, have you seen the stuff about the new iPhone 12?
No.
Shipping without a charging cable. Like, what the fuck? How the fuck are you gonna do that? How are you gonna ship a phone without a fucking charging cable?
Because it's them.
It's so fucking stupid. Anyway, I set out a mission to prove that you can design a modern phone with a headphone
By
jack
the way,
and a charging port.
nice cameras.
Oh yeah, you like the camera design?
Not at all.
Oh, you were being sarcastic.
Yes.
I was just trying to go for something unique.
So you put a T-bone steak on your phone.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you think about the like the almost Damascus-like finish?
I like it, but the finish for the phone, the metal outside part, not the back of it,
Yeah,
I don't like that.
it's the same finish.
Uh, See, I thought it was. I didn't want to say it. Anything in case I was wrong. I don't like that for the sides though. The Damascus finish.
Hmm. So maybe like just like a brushed aluminum border around the sides.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. Duly noted. Okay, so next exercise image. No, this sounds like I'm talking. It sounds like I'm reviewing my workout plan. Alright. So for this one I just wanted to make a really fancy straight razor. So the fuck?
What?
What the fuck does that mean?
What?
Bug gay?
Oh, autocorrect.
Jesus Christ. I was like, what is bug gay? So I wanted to make a
The
really fancy straight razor. So it's a
the
little hard to
phones turned
tell with it.
out better.
Hmm?
The phones turned out better.
I do think that as well. I think the
I
thing that
think the thing.
really, what really sets the straight razor back is the wooden handle. I didn't spend enough time texturing the handle.
And not, I mean, yes, but not really. It's the lighting that's screwing it over because you can't see the detail on the blade too well.
Yeah, I was just about to get into that. You can't really see it too well because of the lighting, but it's a Damascus blade.
Yeah,
So,
because you make everything Damascus.
well, Damascus is cool. And now I want to show you an old render. What I'm about to show you is actually the first like full 3D model and render ever made, which was on Sunday, January 12th, 2020.
Okay.
So very beginning of this year. So I'm gonna send it over. Just take a look at that. Feel free to criticize as much as you want because I know it's shitty. Like I didn't know what smooth shading was. I didn't know what good topology. What the bigger gay bullets? There it fucking is.
There's not enough faces. Also, your heat shield's too big.
There's plenty of faces. The thing with it is just that I didn't know what smooth shading was.
Yeah,
So, and I think you mean the handguard.
it's a heat shield technically.
It's a handguard, but okay, whatever. Not gonna
The
argue it.
the thing covering the front of the barrel is a heat shield.
You mean the thing you grab, right?
Yes,
That's a
that has
handguard.
holes in it. It's a heat shield.
No, because if it was a heat shield, it wouldn't be effective at all because it has M-lock to mount, foregrips and optics, but accessories. It's a handguard.
It's a heat shield.
Right, whatever.
If you were to hold that barrel, it would heat up in your hand, so therefore it's a heat shield.
Oh. Anyway, you notice how just generally bad the model is, and especially the render. The render is garbage. So, not yesterday, but the day before, I decided to revisit the AR-15, 9 or 10 months later, whatever it is,
Okay.
and
Does the heat shield look better?
do it justice. Yes, the handguard does look better.
Okay, I want to see a good heat shield.
So I'm gonna. So there's multiple renders. Let me just send these. There you go.
That does not do the gun justice at all.
How does that not do it justice? It's
Number
so much
one,
better.
it's better. But number one, nowhere on the gun is there good detail. And what I mean by that is like, on every gun, they have branded stuff on them. They have certain little dinks and crannies into them. They have texture to them is what I want to say.
Yeah, there is texture. It's just it's a brand new gun.
But even brand new guns don't look as good as this.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to argue that.
Argue with me all you want. I do like that you put the on the second photo. Nobody pays attention to that the little nozzle over by where the priming handle is.
You mean the forward assist?
Yeah,
What do you mean nobody pays attention to it?
nobody. I like whenever I talk to people about guns, they don't, or like we'll have people who like draw guns and stuff like that. Nobody sits there and can really put that in by memory.
Hmm. Interesting.
A lot of people are stupid and forget about it.
You want to know a neat little piece of kind of like lore behind the forward assist overseas?
What?
Um, in a lot of foreign countries where they're like fighting in like wars or whatever, uh, they call the forward assist the sniper button. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
Okay, so there's like a whole bunch of different reasons, but like the mainly accepted reason is that when you hold the forward assist or the sniper button when you go to take a shot, um, you're putting more gas, you're allowing more gas behind the round to make
So it can go further.
at a higher velocity, without drop to make it a flatter shot. But
Also, I don't like the scope on it.
the optic.
Personally, with optics, I prefer them to lean back and not forward. If you look at the stand that it's being held by,
Well,
that's just personal
yeah,
preference
it's a
for me.
personal preference thing. You see, it also has a canted reflex sight.
Yep, and I like that. And
Yeah.
that one does have a handguard on it, not a heat shield.
Oh, blah blah.
Listen, the difference is for the very first one you did, when they're round like that and they're completely symmetrical, that's a heat shield. When it's like what you did, that is a handguard.
Hmm. You see, it has an AdPL laser on it.
And is that supposed to be a foregrip on the bottom?
That's a hand stop. It's
Hand stop,
it
okay.
allows for a more modern thumb overboard grip on the rifle.
Alright.
So no, it's not a foregrip. It's just a hand stop to keep it from sliding back. Because with a thumb overboard grip, your thumb goes over the top.
Mm,
You get what I kind of mean?
yeah.
You know, yeah, I am really happy with how it turned out. Especially, the first render is definitely the best one. I'm not sure why it's better than the others, but it's just definitely the best.
Yeah.
So I like it. Oh,
Also, what optic is that supposed to be?
it's
Is
just
it
a
like a...
generic variable zoom optic.
Okay.
I think generally most of them are like 1 to 8x.
And is that a bump stock on the back?
No, does it look like a bump stock?
Yes, it does, in my opinion.
How do you get that?
Because I don't like how bump stocks look, and I don't like how that stock looks.
No, it's not a bump stock. It's just a lightweight stock.
Alright, well, I still don't like it because the problem I have with stocks are the ones that cut off at the end like that.
What do you mean?
Like, it looks like it's supposed to go further, and then someone just kind of cut it in half or something.
I'm not sure what you're saying.
So look at the back end of it, right?
What, the butt plate?
Yeah.
Okay. What about it?
I do not I do not like butt plates that sit there and just straight up like it looks like it's a gun and then it has like a 90-degree angle drop, basically.
Oh, you don't like the support frame, the shape of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like it to be more of just like a straight triangle.
No.
Hmm? Okay, see now I'm confused.
But now I gotta go and grab the image and circle what I'm looking or what I'm looking
Oh,
at.
great. Anyway, like I was saying about the forward assist. So yeah, one of the main theories is that when you hold the forward assist, it lets more gas behind the round, right? But that
Wait, it's not even proven?
no, no, not at all. Well, it's proven to be negligible, like no difference, pretty much no difference. What it does do is stop the rifle from properly cycling. So you just turn an AR-15 platform into a manual fire weapon instead of a semi-automatic or fully automatic weapon.
Hmm.
It lets
Actually,
you.
this might be easier if I grab one of my favorite guns and just show you what I mean.
All right, but so why a lot of people swear by the sniper button and swear it works to make your shots more accurate is probably more because with a with an advanced grip on a actual sniping rifle, uh, you generally have your thumb on the same side as the grip as the rest of your fingers to prevent like
Mm.
twisting when you pull the trigger to prevent from twisting the rifle just a little bit.
So
So
basically, it's to hold it steady, is the
yes, but
idea.
see, when you have your thumb on the side where the forward assist is, that's pretty much the same thing. You have a same side thumb grip when you're holding the rifle, so you're not getting that little bit of twist when you pull the trigger, and that's generally accepted as like the reason why people think the sniper button works.
Hmm.
So just a neat little bit of info. So what's your favorite gun? Oh well, I know the answer to that, but what's the one you're talking
Okay, what's my favorite gun?
about? Thompson, right?
Yes, M1928.
Yeah, but that doesn't
But
have
that
a
is not the one I'm
buttstock,
talking about.
so I'm curious to know which one you're talking about because Thompson doesn't have a buttstock. So,
This one doesn't have a bump stock either. It's just proving my point.
oh wait, which one are you talking about here? The collapsible or the solid?
So I'm talking about the MP5K, aka the smaller one,
Okay,
with the collapsible stock. I don't like stocks that cut off like that when it feels like there should be more to the gun.
I still don't know what you mean.
Look at the stock differences, right?
Okay,
With the cutoff stock or the
collapsible.
foldable stock, collapsible, yeah. it looks like it's just a piece of metal that shouldn't be there.
Mm.
With the foldable stock on top, no, wait, that one's not foldable, that's
No, that's just a
removable.
solid
My bad.
stock.
Yeah, it's a solid stock that can be removed. That one looks like it has a finish to the gun. Like it makes the gun look more as if it was a gun.
Well, it's also an MP5, not an AR.
Well, fine, let me go and find 2 photos of ARs for you then to prove my point.
I mean, like, yeah, it's. Are you saying this section where the braces should be more filled out?
I just don't like the shape of it.
So you prefer more of a traditional AR buttstock?
Yeah, that's
More just
that's
like
a
a bog
decent thing to
standard,
say.
like M16 stock, for example.
We'll say M16A4 which is the Vietnam version,
Yeah.
is my favorite version of it.
So that's the type of stock you like.
Yeah.
So a full stock.
Yes.
Okay, so then say a full stock.
I didn't know how to explain it.
Alright. Anyway. So, to my knowledge, you have a few other stories as well.
Mine's just one big story, and I told you the ending of it.
Okay, well, how about you start from the beginning, if you're
I
comfortable.
will in just a second.
Alright. Oh, shit. Nope. Nope. Okay. There we go. Actually, did I model anything else? I don't think I did. Let's see.
Now, I need to give these people fake names because one of them watches the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Uh, T.
T?
Yeah. The
Okay.
one that joined the Discord.
Okay, yeah. Timothy Jeremy.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna call him Big T, and we're gonna call the other one Little T
Okay.
because he is slightly taller than her.
Big T, how about Big T and Fen T?
What about what?
Big T and Fen T.
I'm not gonna be able to remember that.
Alright.
I will in just a second.
Yeah.
So, for 10 months, I dated Little T with a few problems, but everything was according to plan. You know, there really wasn't anything big going on. I'm really tired today. I didn't get much sleep last night. Dang.
I thought you were sleeping.
When?
It was a few days ago. You said you were sleeping a bunch.
No, I said I was trying to fix my sleep schedule.
Oh. How's that going for you?
It goes good when I'm not over at Devin Ron's house.
There it is.
Okay, so back to the story. Me and Little T started dating, and then for 10 months, with very few issues, it was going really good. And then September of this year, she started developing feelings for Big T.
Didn't Little
And
T already have them previously?
she had them previously freshman year, but she did not do anything about it and kind of just pushed them off to the side.
Okay. So repressed emotions.
Yes.
Okay.
And I sat there and I told little T that if I'm not the one that makes her happy, well, then we shouldn't be together because I don't want her faking a relationship with me. You
As you do.
know, I wanted the best for her because if she wasn't going to be all there, then it would have ruined it for both of us.
Agree. Yes.
So she ended up going off and dating him
Big T.
and Big T. Big T is honestly kind of an asshole. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Kind
he's
of.
pretty cool. I mean, he's a good kid. He has a lot going up for him, but he's stupid. He does things before he thinks about them.
Oh fuck. Why did I do this?
What?
Oh, I just searched cursed images.
I
Oh
don't know. Why
jeez.
did you search cursed images?
Have you ever seen someone put nail clippers on their tooth?
I hate those. Do not, do not.
Anyway, keep going with your story.
Big T recently broke up with his ex and was super depressed about it. And he thought, because in his mind, he did everything right in that relationship.
But
What? But eventually, and I'll get to this, he realized he was wrong about a lot of things.
mm,
And it led into a kind of like a war between families because they couldn't get their emotions out in a correct manner. And then I don't remember which side had a parent step in first, but after one parent stepped in, they all got into it.
mm,
And that led into this big kind of fight. And for me, I'm friends with Big T and I'm friends with his ex. So I'm in the middle of this and they're sitting there running at each other, trying to fight around me while I'm trying to be like, just keep things civil.
okay.
And then for a couple of weeks, I was completely broken that little T sat there and picked Big T over me when Big T has done nothing but hurt her before, not physically, but emotionally. Done there and been nothing but mean to her, and I was sitting there the entire time. Tanner. No, I'm done looking at Discord for now. No, no. Alright, you're gonna have to give me a second. I feel like throwing up after that.
Alright, I'll plead it. Alright, it's gone.
No, you're gonna have to give me a second. My stomach's killing.
Alright. Well.
Ugh. Tanner, you can't just do that.
Oh, what the fuck is that? A
I
Snickers
don't
stuffed
even want to
inside of a
know.
pickle.
I don't even want to know.
A Snickers stuffed inside of a pickle.
Oh, those are funny.
A
That one's not too
snickle.
bad.
A snickle.
So, but what ended up happening is I got invited by Big T's ex over to her birthday party. And I sat there and I said, "Hey, Big T, I know there's a lot of drama going on, and your ex just invited me to her birthday party. I don't know if I'm going to go so I don't start more drama." And he sat there and he said, "If you go over there, I won't care." So I said, "All right, bet." I went over and I was supposed to spend one night over at her house with the entire party. Her family liked me so much, I ended up spending 3 nights and they ended up taking me to school that next day. And I was like, this is the one thing that I need in my life. This is something that is stable, where people I can actually talk to in real life and be like, yeah, I know they're listening. Not saying that you don't listen, Tanner, but like, you get what I'm
Obviously, you're
saying?
not talking about me.
And I come and I get out of their car that morning, and little T is screaming from Big T's car my name.
Hmm.
I ignored them and I walk with his ex and his ex sister all the way up to the school, give them a hug, and I walk back to Big T's car. Big T sits there and says, "Hey, I want to give our buddy Cameron a ride today, and only him."
Nah.
So I sat there and I said, okay, fuck you too. And the reason I said that is because he gave me a BS excuse instead of giving me the real reason why.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. And I was like, hey, and then I ended up showing him that little T texted me the reason why, and that's the reason I called him out on his BS.
Hmm.
So, and then I sit there and I'm talking to both of them. They're running into issues back and forth. Little T seeing it one way and Big T seeing it another.
Okay.
Like, since they got together, and I'm not looking at that.
It's not bad, I promise.
I'll look at it after I'm done with my story.
Okay.
Maybe. So, since they were together, I called it that they wouldn't last 1 month.
You jinxed it.
No, I didn't. I called it.
Well. Yeah, I guess
I
that's
didn't tell. The only person I told this is who I call my big sister, and that is Big
non-biological.
T's ex's big sis, or yeah, ex's big sister. She's like 25. And so I sit there for about the next week. I'm solving their problems, telling each other how they feel so they can get through things.
You're being a therapist.
I'm being a therapist for them, even though they both just left me in the dust and basically said, hey, you've loved me for 10 months. I no longer care about you.
It's quite ironic that you're being the therapist, don't you agree?
Yes, it is. Like, I'm the one who got hurt throughout the situation, and yet I was the one who was most stable out of it.
Yes.
And then we'll say, by that Friday, Big T is like, hey, Simon, if you ever need a ride, let me know.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay. So he's actually sitting there, and he's like, all right, he's helping me out. You know, I can't sit here and screw over my bud like this. I get invited to his ex's, um, his ex's, I can't speak, his ex's bigger sister's birthday. This one is 18 because there's 3 of them.
Here it is.
So this one is my age. I go over there, I spend another 3 nights over there, and they bring me to school.
Hmm.
I sit there and I ride with Big T, and he's sitting there the entire time, telling me stuff, showing me photos of him and little T kissing and stuff like that.
Of course.
And
You're
then,
lying.
and then he tells me that him and little T hit it off the other night.
Ah.
And I'm not going to go into detail about that because you already know what I mean by that.
Hit it off.
Yeah. And then somehow, little T figured out about this.
Somehow.
And when little T figured out about this, because Big T
Little
sat there and.
T figured out that Big
So wait,
T talked about hitting it
so,
off.
yeah, so I'm going to real quick rephrase this. Big T threatened that if anyone said anything about it, and then he pulled out his knife. That's all he said.
Threatened.
Yes.
So it was like, if anyone says anything about this.
And then flicked out his knife, yeah.
Okay, is this like a little baby knife?
No, it's a pretty decent hunting knife. It's like it's not a skinning knife, but it's close to there.
How long is it?
It's legal limits for Indiana, so
2
under 8
inches?
inches. Nah, it was more like 4 or 5 inches.
Oh, okay.
So it's a decent sized
No,
knife.
below average.
Yes, definitely. So someone told Little T about it, and Big T is sitting there, and he's like, "Oh no, I fucked up."
At this moment,
And he's sitting.
Big T knew he fucked up.
And by the way, so that was Monday when he told me about it. Tuesday is when Little T figured out,
Okay.
and she was flipping.
Hmm.
She did not know what to really think about the situation, and she basically broke up with him at that point. At that point in time, they are not together.
Good.
And he's sitting there saying, "I'm sorry, baby. Can I have a second chance?" And she says, "I don't know."
Mm.
Little T comes back to
Just a
me.
question. Just a question.
What?
How many
What?
second chances has Big T had?
This would be. They've never dated before,
No,
so this would be
not
his
with
first
him.
time
Like in
getting.
total, how many second chances?
This would be his first time for a second chance that would break them up.
Hmm.
Because he's done stupid stuff before.
Okay. Well, obviously, pretty sure we all have.
Yeah. So Little T came to me and was like, "Hey, I miss you a lot. I miss your hugs. I miss your kisses. I miss you."
Little T came to you like a fucking James Blunt song.
Yes. And I sat there and I said, "I don't know. You are making this a lot harder on me than it needs to be."
Mm.
And I realized that Big T's ex on Tuesday was no hadn't dated anybody for over a month, which is her rule. If she ever dates or somebody and they break up, she has to wait a month so she knows that she's all there before she tries again.
So you're like, oh, she's ripe for the picking.
No. So I'm like, do I go with this person that I've went and hung out with for 2 weeks and I know their family really well and they all love me? Or do I go back to Little T who has sat there and has hurt me
With
but
a
has
person
also
whose
loved
faith
me
is
more than
very
anyone else?
questionable.
What?
With a person whose faith, with a person whose faith is questionable.
Yeah, like, do I go with the person who I could really question and I know is probably going to mess up again in a bad way because she has done that multiple times? Or
No.
do I go with this person whose family absolutely loves me and invites me every weekend over there?
Well, that's a really tough choice.
It, all right, in my mind at the time, it was
Well, yeah.
because I was still missing Little T at this.
Mm.
Like, she was still fresh in my mind. So I sat there and I went up to Big T's ex and I said, "Okay." And this was after school. I had her meet me after school and I was like, "Okay, something interesting happened to me today.
Mm.
Big T and Little T got into a fight and Little T wants to get back with me. But instead I choose you."
Like Pikachu.
So I put my hand out and she instantly grabbed my hand.
Ooh.
And I sat there and I said, "So that's a yes?" And then we sat there and we joked about it as we walked to her car where her big sister, my big sister, would not sit there and stop teasing us, but we were all having fun with it.
That's
And I sat there
not gonna lie,
and I
Simon.
and I wrote on my phone to Little T, "I've chosen." And she
Mm.
said, "What?" And then I wrote, "I chose," who is now my girlfriend. So I'm just going to start calling her GF now.
Mm.
And I sat there and I handed my phone to my girlfriend and I said, "Here, you send it." She instantly clicked the send button. And the first response back was, "Wait, what?"
Jesus
Little
Christ.
T could not believe, after everything that I went through with her, after I went through hell and back with
She
her,
thought you were gonna
that
come
I did
crawling
not
back.
that I did not crawl back to what had happened after what had happened.
She didn't believe that you're better than her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Simon. This sounds like such a stereotypical, like, fucking high school romance, like, movie or something.
You're not wrong.
Like,
And here's the
there's the
thing.
love, the lust, the betrayal,
Here's
the
the thing.
happy
I
ending.
wasn't looking originally. I wasn't really looking for a relationship, but me and Little T clicked.
Mm.
And then Little T made a bunch of questionable choices afterwards, and definitely went behind my back on a lot of.
Ooh, what you do?
Dated my best friend for a week, broke up with me, and went back to one of her exes, and then got back with me. And I didn't learn about that till later.
Hmm. Fuck, man.
Yeah. And I sat there throughout the entire thing, and I was like, "Listen, you're just going through stuff. I get it." Because I didn't really want to accept it. But after she sat there and she picked Big T over me, I said, fine, if you want to be friends, we can be friends, but I don't know if I could do anymore.
Mm.
And I sat there, and I had originally, while me and little T were together, I had bought her a 24 karat forever rose. It is a rose with 24 karat gold laced over it. And it's not leaf gold like we thought. So they turn
No?
it into they basically mix it with a bunch of chemicals to make the rose, what's Doll's porcelain? That's what I'm thinking.
Hmm?
Yeah, so they kind of make it
Hardened rose?
porcelain-esque. Yeah. And then they
So it's
sit
like
there and they
resin.
dip it in gold.
Hmm. Interesting.
And that came into the mail. So I gave it to my girlfriend and I told little T about it when I
Ooh.
learned that little T did that to me. Did that with Big T after she had told me and sat there and said, I've made the wrong choice. I still want you back.
Mm. She
So
was
kind of a rub
mad.
it in your face for sitting there and saying that stuff to me and then being like, yeah, not really. I gave something that I valued to my girlfriend. And
Yeah.
it absolutely broke little T.
Yes. This is what we like.
I did not want to do that. But when you sit there and you do something like that, karma is a bitch.
It's powerful feeling. It feels powerful.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
And little T, after I told her that I picked my girlfriend, she sat there and asked me why. And I said, because number one, I don't really have a reason not to trust her. Number two, I've met her family. Number three, she makes me
Wait, you never
happy.
met Little T's family?
What is it? Little T's family absolutely hated me.
Ah, okay.
So if I ever wanted to see little T, I'd have to go and see her while she was at work, where her aunt absolutely loved me.
Mm. The classic aunt.
Yeah. It could have been because I gave her aunt a $7 tip one day while I was eating over there.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, I had a 20 and I didn't feel like having change back, so I just left the money on the table.
Mm. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and then little T blocked me. So I sat there and I still talk to Big T to this day. He still gives me rides. I'm still good friends with him. He knows better now, and he knows that I will sit there and that, I'm not gonna do shit to him. I don't really do that.
Mm.
And now here's the really weird part about all this. Big T, throughout this entire thing, realized, oh shit, when it comes to who is now my girlfriend, I fucked up. I was acting so childish that I couldn't even see it. And he sat there and said, hey, talk to your girlfriend, tell her I'm done with the drama. We don't have to be friends. If she wants to be friends, we can still be friends. But I no longer want there to be drama between.
Okay.
And to see him stand up after acting so childish throughout that entire thing was very interesting.
Like a sudden
Because,
noble act.
yeah. And honestly, it could be because him and little T are failing and he wants to try to get back with my girlfriend, which will never happen.
Nine. Not never.
Because,
I just spoke German
because,
on accident.
well, here's the thing. He honestly, him, alright, you can cut it back in here. Him and my girlfriend had such a bad ending that she never wants to talk to him again.
Mm.
And what is it? The other day I was over at her house and we
Hold on.
saw his what?
Is Big T the one that was a little bit beaten?
A little bit what?
Beady?
What do you mean by that?
Rough?
Eh, he's a fake redneck.
No, I mean rough with people.
No.
Okay, that was someone else. Okay.
No, you're talking about the guy who Chris Brown that chick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not him.
Okay. Freaky, Freaky Friday.
But they had such a bad ending that when he drove past while I was over at my girlfriend's house the other day, she ran outside to make sure he didn't pull in, and I had to go out there, and then she instantly grappled onto me because it upset her that much.
Gotta go out there and make him pull out.
Ha ha ha. Nah, I just went out there to make sure she was alright.
Mm. Well,
Yeah, but that's been my past 3 weeks.
I'm glad you came out on top of all this.
Well, not only A, did I come out on top, B, I called everything that was going to happen when it started, and C, I could, honestly, I'm really happy with what happened. Like, I feel bad for little T and big T, but it was their own faults.
You know, I think I think little T needs to watch this episode.
If little T comes across this episode, or big T shows it to little
Someone needs
T,
to show this episode to little T.
little T can watch this episode. And if little T does hear this, like I've told little T, if she still wants to be friends, we can still be friends. It's
Can we
up to
do a name
her.
drop?
What?
Can we do a name drop?
I can do a name drop of my girlfriend. I will not do a name drop of little T or big T.
Okay, never mind then.
Only because, like, I will give you a name drop after this if you want a name drop,
No, no, it's
but
fine.
I'm not name dropping them only out of respect because I don't want to sit there and, say something that makes them look bad and then that gets spread out everywhere.
Well, if that's something they deserve, then it's something they deserve.
It's 100% something that they deserve. But I am not the type of person for revenge because everything will always come back to get someone.
Mm. What goes around comes back around. Spoken like Timberlake.
Yep.
Timberlake and Timbaland. I was glad you're through all this shit. It was getting quite. What's the word? Old. Just
Yeah, it's like same things happening over and over again. And we're just waiting for an ending.
yeah. It was just getting old and wore out.
Yeah.
It's like Jurassic Park series. Or the Fast and Furious series, or Transformers.
Transformers surprisingly still does their job really well though.
Uh, I don't know about that.
Like some of their newer movies, but they
So,
definitely were doing really good.
well, yeah, like the first two, maybe three movies were good.
First four.
I don't know about that. Wait, well, actually don't know all of them, like off the top of my head.
The ones that I remember off the top of my head are Transformers, Age of Ultron, and Revenge of the Fallen.
I know one and two are good for a fact.
And I know four, if I'm correct, four is Age. Nope, four would be. Please tell me four is Rise of the Fallen or Revenge of the Fallen or whatever that one is.
I don't know.
Uh, I'm searching it up right now because I
Yeah,
don't want to
I'm
be
just
wrong.
telling
That
you
one was one of
Fast
my
and
favorites.
Furious. I know one, two, and the third movie, which technically isn't Fast and the Furious 3, but it is the third movie, Tokyo Drift. I know those are good. So Fast and Furious 1, Too Fast, Too Furious, and Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift are good. And the first two or three Jurassic Park movies are good. But it just gets old after that.
Okay, I was wrong. So it's Transformers, and then it's Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers The Dark Side of the Moon, and then it's Transformers Extinction. And after Extinction was it, and then after Extinction, that's when it was ruined for me.
Mm. And the last Transformer movies I watched was the one where they're in the city and there's like the big worm motherfucker like plowing through all the buildings.
I think that one is. I think that one's one or two.
No, I think that's like 3 or 4.
Oh no, that would be three. Never mind.
Yeah, because I know 1 and 2 are good. I didn't like that one though.
Yeah.
This felt. Oh, you know why I didn't like that one? Because they the fuck was it? They switched out the character Megan Fox plays for someone else.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't fucking like it.
Mm.
Anyway, so what were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about how bad the Transformer movies were for some reason. Oh yeah, we were talking about how my story with little T was just getting repetitive over and over again.
Yeah, and then we compared it to 3 movie franchises.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the reason I call them Little T and Big T is because they both their names start with the letter T.
Wow. I
It, it just works.
clap, motherfucker. I'm pretty sure nobody guessed that.
Oh, I mean, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
When?
Right when you fucking said Big T and Little T.
I didn't hear you guess it. So
I know
obviously it
exactly
didn't
who you were
happen.
talking about.
Yeah, well, I mean, it obviously didn't happen. I didn't hear you say it.
Yeah, because if I said it, I would have had to cut it out, and that's extra editing.
Fair enough. I mean, I already gave you a part you have to cut out because I accidentally name dropped.
Yeah. 34 minutes and. Oh, no, hold on. Is that 34 or 54? I think 54 minutes and 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got that. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh, there was something else I wanted to show you. Hold on.
I still don't want to open Discord.
Oh, you can look now. It's fine.
Now, Tanner,
It's just a cake.
your definition of fine and mine are two different
It's
things.
just a cake. Or two. Depending on how you look at it.
Why?
It's a cake on top of a cake. The better question is, why does he only have 4 toes on each foot?
I don't even want to look at that. Because I'm just going to keep laughing. That's stupid.
Wow. Thanks a lot.
Listen, it's not like you made the cake.
No, I didn't. I would love to have made that fucking cake. That's a fucking work of art. Like, you'll see all this shit on, like, fucking TLC channel, like, fucking Cake Boss and shit. Motherfucker, make that. Make a Shrek
Breaking
ass.
news. Shrek cake on top of two cakes.
It fucking is. Shrek cake on cake on cake. I can't find the picture I wanted to show you. Might have deleted it or something. Jesus. Alright. You want to know something that I find interesting?
What?
So it was like pretty easy for me to model that AR, like just out of memory. Like I used reference photos for a few parts, but most of it was
Yeah.
just out of memory. And it was quite easy for me to do through the whole thing. But I cannot model a fucking pistol for the life of me. Like, I don't know
You,
why.
I can model pistols really well. I can't do ARs too well, though.
See, yeah, I just, like, can't, like, model a fucking handgun and it look good. I don't know why. I've tried so many fucking times.
I find them very easy to model.
What are you modeling with?
Normally I'll use a school computer.
Hmm. What, like Blender?
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I just. When did you start doing that?
when we had to develop a game that we had to shoot zombies 2 years ago.
I was like, what the fuck? We never fucking did that. I was like, what the
Well, it
fuck?
was video game design.
Yeah, your class. King of the fucking hill.
It's pretty funny.
Alright. Let's see. Kenko proves WD-40 has the answers. Good old WD-40. Dude, I fucking... Look me in the fucking eyes and tell me you don't love the smell of WD-40.
It's not bad at all.
Like, I'm sure
Like,
you
I
use it
wouldn't
more
say it's
than
one of my
once, right?
favorite smells, but yeah, it's a pretty decent smell.
I fucking love WD-40. Oh, Jesus.
What?
Oh, just WD-40. But that does bring me to another thing. So I'm
What,
not
him
sure if
pulling out
we...
the smaller WD-40 to open the bigger one?
You know, I, back in the States, I have a tiny can of WD-40 like that.
I, I mean, you can buy those very tiny cans over at Walmart.
Yeah, that's where I got it.
Yep,
Anyway, I'm not sure if we mentioned this on the podcast before, but you're taking welding classes at school.
correct. I'm taking welding classes that could get me a welding certificate.
Well, that's good. There's a lot of opportunities in the welding field.
There
So
is.
I'm also not sure if we've talked about this on the podcast, but you know how we like plan on uh should we say it? Should we talk about it? The sacrilege?
If you'd like to, go ahead.
Yeah, alright. So we plan on making or getting like a 2008 Dodge Charger or like a retired police car or something. Um, putting a 2JZ GTE motor in it, a Japanese motor. Making it mid-engine, so replacing the back seats with the motor and making it all-wheel drive.
Yep.
And for that, it's going to require a lot of custom fabricating and a lot of mechanical knowledge. The mechanical knowledge is where I come in. The fabrication is where Simon comes in. So that's one thing we plan on. But I also wanted to run something past you.
Hmm.
What if we you could pretty easily turn something like that into a business. But what I was mostly thinking, like what my original thought was like buy like junked out bikes or like wrecked bikes. Like rebuild them to be like just fucking custom masterpieces and sell them.
Oh, yeah. I saw a badass video you would love.
What? What is it?
They took a old Mustang and they stuck a diesel truck engine into it.
I've fucking seen that. I don't like it.
I don't like the front of it. If they would have redone the front, I would have loved it so
No, I
much
don't like
more.
that they diesel swapped an old Mustang.
I mean, I thought it was decently cool.
Diesel isn't cool. Not in my opinion, anyway. Not the coal type, roll coal type.
No, I mean that it's cool in general that they did that.
Oh well, yeah, motor swapping is cool, but I don't like that they put a diesel engine in it.
Yeah.
Now if they put a 2JZ in it or an RV26, no, it'll be a different story. So I was thinking like yeah, like buy like clapped out or like wrecked bikes, or, like dirt cheap, rebuild them to be just like custom masterpieces and sell them.
Yeah.
Like that would be a really fucking cool like thing. That would be an awesome business plan. Especially because like if there's frame damage on the bike or whatever, fuck it, just make a custom frame and slap the bitch together. Like
Yeah.
Um, uh, that's questionable. That's very questionable.
It definitely is.
I might need to enlarge that so that people can read it. There you go. Take Jesus Christ. That is very questionable. Oh boy, I forgot about the Powerpuff Girls. What the fuck? That was a weird ass cartoon.
It was.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
And Chemical X.
Makes the Powerpuff Girls. Dude, that's so fucking sad. That's so. What the fuck? God damn, how is his neck not breaking?
I don't know.
Actually, I'm more concerned with the guy, in the blue striped shirt who's behind him, who's just kind of like flopping flopping all over.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on there? Looks like he's dead. How the fuck did he even
Yeah.
stand up like that?
Don't know.
That's gotta take some fucking quads. Let me see, it doesn't look like the floor has dropped out yet, which is interesting. I've never been on a Gravitron, have you?
Yes, I have.
How was it?
What?
How was it?
It's kind of boring. It just feels like you can't breathe for like a good 30 seconds and then it's over.
There it is. I mean, that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, you want to know something?
What?
I was thinking about county fairs, and that just reminded me of something that I stumbled upon the other night. So I was taking the security of my dog for a walk the other night, and I'm walking along the beach, and I see like a little pile of like 4 or 5 used needles and a condom just sitting in a little pile on the beach. Just just let that sink in. So, what I think happened there is that like 3 or 4 people shot heroin or crack, whatever the fuck it was, shot something,
And lost their condom.
or had an orgy on the beach.
Probably both.
It was a used condom. It wasn't like just, like it fell out of
Oh,
a
you didn't
pocket or
say
something.
that.
I thought that was implied.
No, if you say you find a condom on the beach, I'm expecting. I mean, yeah, it could be a used condom, but it could also just literally just be a condom.
Well, I did say it was next to used needles.
That is true.
I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Oh my god. Yeah, so I think 3 or 4 people shot up, then had an orgy on the beach, and there was only one condom involved, or uh, the other people. Well, maybe only one was needed.
Hmm.
It was an FFFM. Interesting. Anyway, just a little tidbit I thought I'd throw out there. Needles on the
Yeah.
beach. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Just imagine what it would be like in America.
What do you mean?
Because, I mean, I could see a lot of people doing that in America.
Oh, fucking. Of course it. Fucking. You know how many fucking hobos shoot up and then fucking have an orgy?
Probably a lot.
Like, you park your car in the wrong place in Chicago, if you come back in the morning, there's gonna be fucking hobo sex and needles inside of it.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god. You know, Simon, you know what I just realized?
What?
I'm pretty sure every episode we have posed the question, what the fuck is wrong with us? And we still don't have an answer.
There is a lot wrong with everyone, isn't there?
Yeah, really.
And it's kind of sad.
But at the same time, comical.
Yeah.
It's just something you don't really think about until it's kind of just like there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You gotta fucking. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
I have a question.
I mean, wait, before you ask your question, I learned something really cool that Alabama does right.
Oh god.
Whenever they catch someone and charge them with pedophilia acts, they sit
You
there and
mean
get them chemically
pedophilia?
castrated.
You mean
Same.
pedophilia?
Yes, as in pedophilia.
Not pedophilia.
Sorry, I am tired. They get them chemically castrated.
Chemically.
Yes, they inject a chemical into them so they can no longer have kids.
Why chemically? Just chop their fucking balls off.
Because what's... Yeah, I mean, yeah, that would work too.
Or eggs, ovaries, whatever. Do a fucking Jack the Ripper. No,
Yeah.
glue my hands to my face. Jesus fucking Christ. Communism. A classic Russia. Dude, why? Why do you have all these?
Because they're Connect memes.
Yeah, but why?
Connect.
Connect. Bitcoin
Connect with...
neck! Oh my god,
Alright,
I
so
just
what was your
noticed in the last
question?
one she doesn't have any teeth. Wait,
I was gonna say, look at the guy's mouth.
wait, in the communism one, there's no bottom teeth.
Yeah,
In the Connect 1842 one, there is bottom teeth. And
but
now
no
in
eyes.
the Connect one, there's just no fucking teeth.
Wait, do you not see the eyes on the Connect
Oh
3842?
my god! And then the fucking Connect 3842, his face is like all short and shit. Dude, what the fuck? Oh my, why is I
Connect.
Bitcoin
So what was your
neck?
so what was your question?
What's the stupidest fucking thing you've ever seen happen?
Guy running away from the cops, and his belt catches him, trips him, and he gets caught that way.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's literally running. His belt snags. His belt falls off and snags between his kneecaps. He trips, drops everything he's holding, and gets caught there on the spot.
Wait, was his belt not buckled or something?
Nope,
Why the fuck you. What?
don't know.
I mean, is that a style?
Probably.
The Indiana buckle?
What
Instead of like the Georgia squats, the fucking Indiana buckle. You know what I just realized? I asked you what the dumbest thing you've ever seen in public was.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what the dumbest thing I've ever seen in public was. Huh. It's, God damn, yeah, what is that? Does the, does the shittiest thing I've ever seen in public count?
You sure?
I have seen, this was a long time ago, like, before, like, I'm talking like 8 or 9 years old. Like, a long time ago. Like, almost a decade ago. But at this point, I'm living in China, right? I'm pretty sure I've told you about that, right?
Okay.
Have I not told you that?
Yeah, you've told me that you lived in China.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, in a grocery store with my parents. I'm like 8 or 9 years old. I see there's this mother walking around with her, like, not a baby, but not a toddler, like old enough where it should be able to walk, but she's carrying it, right?
Okay.
So you know how like some onesies have like a fucking butt flap?
Yeah.
This bitch undoes her child's like ass flap, and the kid takes a fucking shit while like sitting in her arms, but like its ass is hanging over. Takes a fucking shit on the floor. Bitch buttons up the flap and keeps walking.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. I've also seen children pee in aisles in the grocery stores.
Also, I skipped one part of my story. I
What?
just now remembered. So little T, while her and Big T were together, decided because she was upset that day to kiss me on the cheek in front of him. And I sat there and I snapped at both of them.
What the fuck? That is really some just stereotypical high school romance shit.
Honestly, and why do I gotta be stuck in it? I'm a modernist. I don't care.
Why is that not your username?
What? I'm a modernist?
Yeah, your username could be the modernist, and mine is the realist. Together we are the
Together we are the people.
yes, the duo.
Fine. For now on, that'll be one of my nicknames that we can use in games. The modernist.
Yes. If you didn't watch the Among Us episode, actually that wasn't on that episode. That was when we were playing by ourselves. Another one of the nicknames we use in games is Simon over here is German SWAT or GIGN, and
Or I'm just Germany in general.
yeah, or just Germany, and I'm like fucking SEAL Team 6 or Ranger or whatever.
The doctor.
What?
The doctor Edward. Mess it up. The doctor Edward Richtofen.
Who the fuck is that?
I forgot you're not a Call of Duty fan.
Uh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, have you ever played Dead Space 2?
Yes.
Is it good?
It's okay. Did you play Alien Isolation?
No,
I don't know how to describe it to you. All right, I'll just say yeah, it's pretty good. I liked it,
because I've owned it for like a
but
few
never played it.
years, but I've never played it. I never even installed
Episode of the podcast or an episode in general.
it. What?
Me watching you play Dead Space 2
That
and
could be
making fun of
interesting.
you.
That? Why? Is it like a horror game or something?
Partially.
Okay. So, you want to record my first time playing Dead Space 2 for a
Yeah.
podcast episode.
Yeah. Or at least we can do like clips of it.
Or maybe just a video.
Yeah.
Is it jump scary?
There are a few jump scares in it.
Are they like good jump scares though, or like predictable jump scares?
There's a couple of predictable ones, but there's a couple that you just don't see coming. Like your very first playthrough, you sit there and you're walking down a hallway and you're like, yeah, I should get jump scared here. You don't get jump scared there. You get jump scared at the very end of the hallway when you think you're safe.
Well, thanks for giving it away.
I was using that as an example, but
Ah,
I don't remember if that happens or not.
because I installed it the other night, but I still haven't opened it or played it. So you're saying I should wait?
I mean, if you want to, you can start it,
Well,
and then what is it? And get like a taste for it.
I feel like the first experience should be recorded if we're gonna record any of it.
All right.
Right? Also, you know what?
Yeah.
There are some other games I have that I could just do like a mini playthrough of on the channel.
Yeah.
Like I could do like a mini Witcher playthrough. I mean, I could. It's a bit overused, but I could do a GTA 5 playthrough. I could do the Battlefield 3 campaign.
I'm just glad you're not listening to me lift like a little bitch over here.
Oh, I heard it.
Florida man dirts his hands with peanut butter and punches neighbors allergic to nuts. Your
Oh my
tactics
god, I fucking
confuse and
saw that.
frighten me, sir.
I fucking saw that. Dude, what kind of menace do you have to be to do that shit? Fucking dip your fist in. Okay, the better question is, this had to be like one of those big ass like restaurant peanut butter tubs. To
Yeah.
fit your whole fucking fist in it. Just like my question is, did he like clench a fist and then just kind of like smear his knuckles in the peanut butter a little bit, or did he just straight up plunge his fist into the jar?
I could see him taking like 2 jars of Jif peanut butter, pouring them in, or like scooping them all out into a bowl, grabbing 2 giant fistfuls and being like, alright, I'm ready to fight.
Jesus Christ. Is peanut allergy like you go into anaphylactic shock with just skin contact, or do you have to ingest it?
You have to ingest it for anaphylactic shock. You can
But with
still swell
skin
up
contact
in
is like a
contact with it.
rash.
What?
But with skin contact is just a rash.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like with people who are allergic to shellfish, if they get stabbed by shellfish, they'll go into shock. But even if they're around it, they can tell they're around it.
How the fuck do you get stabbed by a shellfish?
When my dad was about my age, he was working over at Long John Silver's, and the owner's wife was allergic to shellfish, and she decided it'd be a good idea to unshell the shellfish without gloves.
What kind of fish? What kind of shellfish?
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Well, like a shrimp? I don't think they serve any shellfish bigger than a fucking shrimp at LJS.
Well, I mean, it could have been shrimp, but basically, she was doing prep work, is the best way
Okay.
to put it. And she stabbed herself somehow on a piece of shellfish.
Hmm.
And she had to go to the emergency room.
Have you ever used an EpiPen?
I have technically when I was 4, but ever since then, no, I've never used an EpiPen.
Did you did you actually need to use it, or were you just like 4 and fucking around and used it for no reason?
Actually needed to use it.
Describe the scenario.
I was 4 years old. My older sister was chasing butterflies. I was chasing a bee.
Oh Jesus Christ! Wait, you self-inflicted an EpiPen?
No, I grabbed the bee. I got stung. Waited for about an hour or two. Went home. My dad asked my grandma why she didn't take me to the hospital. They brought me to the hospital and injected me with an EpiPen.
Are you allergic to bees?
I'm allergic to bee poison.
But not like bee pollen or pheromones or anything.
Not pollen or anything like that. I am slightly allergic to pollen in general. It stuffs my nose.
Oh well, that's just pollen.
Yeah, but when it comes to bee stuff, I have to be stung in order to actually have a really bad reaction.
Hmm. You want to know the dumbest shit?
What?
I'm allergic to grass. No, it's not all grass. There's like different species of grass. I don't
Yeah, I know what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
remember what species it is, but there's a species of grass that I am allergic to. So if I like go and walk around in it without like shoes on or something, or it like brushes up against my legs, I'll get like a big fucking rash, an itchy rash all over my legs.
Just walks outside wearing a gas or a full body hazmat suit and has a flamethrower.
Jesus Christ, all grass must burn.
Dude, I got bored this weekend. Or not. Was it? Yeah, this weekend was Izzy's party. So I went over to one of my friends' parties, and they had a vape, and I was like, "Watch this!" I hit their vape, put on my face mask, and then I was just blowing smoke through it, and it was covering my eyes. So I got bored.
That's lame.
Well, hey, we were doing jellyfishes, rings. We did graveyards. I mean, we got really bored.
Hold on. You want to talk about vapors? I got a picture for you.
I don't like vaping too much.
Keep talking while I look for it.
All right. Tobey Maguire talks about Spider-Man 4 4 days before it's canceled.
Jesus, shut up.
And then it says messages, Dad, why the fuck are you crying so damn loud? Man, I feel that. Tobey Maguire was the best Spider-Man, hands down.
Oh, of course. Is that even a fucking question?
Yes, my girlfriend argues with me that whoever the newest one
Oh,
is even
Tom
better.
Holland?
Yeah,
Motherfucker looks like he has a frog in his mouth.
he's not even cuter. He can't pull a good American accent.
No, he's just dumb.
Like, don't get me wrong, he's got his ups, but Tobey Maguire.
Yes, Toby. And this one is for you. I don't have a
Oh no.
picture sending. There it is. There you go.
Yeah, you showed me that photo.
Oh, I have? God damn it.
Yeah, because there was also the photo of, I think, there was a photo of something else with it too. Because you showed me like 2 or 3 photos that day, and I don't remember the other ones.
Of something, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I just can't say it.
Was it Corona?
Yes, you also made a Corona joke that day too.
Yes, that one,
Correct.
right?
Yes.
I'm still very surprised that like a bar restaurant in Albania knows how to like serve up a fucking Corona.
I
Like
mean,
I
I'd
know
be
places.
surprised if a small town of Indiana became more of a city, which it is, and I hate it. I
Your
miss the
your
cornfields.
your area is turning into a city.
Yeah, it's more city-esque. In the past 3 years, we've almost doubled in population.
God damn. Jesus Christ. How many people are fucking?
I don't know, but I miss the cornfields.
There's still cornfields across the street.
Oh, no, there's literally a cornfield across the street. Don't even go there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. I know.
Oh, that is true. I mean, there's 2 across the street.
Well, you know how it goes. There's also a bunch
Yeah,
of trees, but we don't talk about those.
yeah.
And a high school, but we don't talk about those. Only the cornfields. How do you feel about renewable energy?
I think it's a decent idea if we can pull it off.
What
Like,
type of
depending on what
renewable
type of
energy are we
renewable
talking
energy you're
about?
talking about.
We're talking like clean gas or electricity?
Honestly, if we could get clean gas, that'd be nice. Uh,
Hydrogen.
Also a good way. Well, yeah, but
Except hydrogen is hard to make. It's hard to synthesize. Well, it's not hard, but it's not easy to synthesize.
yeah. I mean, it's just like how with electricity, we can't figure out a way to be able to travel electricity without removing some of it
Yeah, there's a
because
not voltage.
resistance,
Yeah, ohms and shit like that.
ohms.
I'm not much of an
So,
electrical engineer. I do know there's amperes, volts, and ohms, right?
hmm,
Yeah, volt. I saw a little diagram. It was like a little dude trying to push another dude through a hole, but another dude was like making the hole smaller so that dude couldn't get pushed through. It was like the volt is the dude trying to get through the hole. The amp the ampere is the dude trying to push the dude through the hole. And the ohm is the dude trying to close the hole.
Yes.
Yo.
How far are we into the episode?
Hour and 35? You want to call it?
I was gonna say, yeah, I need to go and get some food and probably take a shower before my little sister steals it.
Alright. You want to end us out?
Alright, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna end this out. So, thank you guys for coming down to the 14th episode of our podcast. Sorry it has been a while. Both of us having some interesting things going on in our lives.
As you can tell.
Would you like to say anything as final words, Tanner?
Hope y'all have a good day.
You guys all have a great day, night, afternoon, or evening. Peace.
And that's it.